Shabbat Shalom, friends, and welcome back to another Alef Tav treasure. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but I was reading the Torah portion last night, and I usually just pass over this one because I didn't realize the significance of it. But it is in Leviticus 25, verse 22. And our verse in English reads, "And you shall sow in the 8th year, and eat old produce until the 9th year. Until its produce comes in, you shall eat of the old." Harvest is in italics, which means it wasn't in the original. So anyway, our Hebrew verse starts out, Uzra'atim, which means, and you, plural, shall sow. And then we have our standalone Alef Tav right next to that. In the year Hashmin Neat, the 8th year. But I was thinking, zaroah is the root, Zain, Resh, Ein. And if you remember the Passover, the zaroah is the shank bone of the lamb, and it is spelled Zain, Resh, Vav, Ein, zaroah. But the root of zaroah is Zain, Resh, Ein. The Strong's word for sow is H2232, and the Strong's word for arm, zaroah, is H2220, but the root, as you will see, is H2232. So since we had just recently been through Passover, only a couple of weeks ago actually, zaroah was on my brain, and this kind of jumped out at me. But then as I was looking at this, that it's the word for sow next to Alef Tav, it made me think of Matthew 13. Specifically, verse 24, which reads, "Another parable he," which was Yeshua, "put forth to them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seed in his field." So he's telling a parable about a man who sowed good seed. And then a few verses before that, in verse 3 of the same chapter, Matthew 13, he gives another parable. "Then he spoke many things to them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went out to sow, and as he sowed, some seed fell by the wayside, the stony places, among the thorns and the good ground." So Yeshua linked back to sowing a couple of times, and I wonder if he was pointing us to that Alef Tav treasure. So I'm going to try to keep this pretty short, but that is our Alef Tav treasure for today. I hope it blesses you, and hope your Shabbat is wonderful. Lahitraot.